wake you. Hi, Pat. How are you feeling? I'm guessing probably pretty groggy, right? Yeah, I did give you a lot of drugs earlier. Like, a lot. Well, I'm still kind of trying to figure out the whole balance between body weight and size and how much you're drinking and how much drugs I put in. Yeah, it's actually really difficult. It gives me a lot more respect for, doctors and nurses and that type of thing. Do you know why I'm here? Oh, I really honestly, I thought you would piece it together, but maybe you're just not that bright. Yes, well, you apparently don't know how to pay your debts, so I am here to collect. And no, not in the sense of money. Well, I think it's gotten to the point where if you could have paid them, that you probably would have. But seeing as somebody hired me, I don't think that's gonna be the case for you. So, I just want to look you over before we get started, just in case. I've left any apparent signs. Do you have a preference on whether you want this to look like a murder or suicide? Oh no, it doesn't matter to me. I just like to ask. Yeah, no, somebody else has already picked out that for you. But honestly, I could change it, but I don't want to. I prefer the murder method. So, before I get started... Oh, I'm sorry, you think I've made a mistake? Okay, yeah, I haven't. I've got my trusty little notebook here. So, name, lives at 4421 Sunset Lane. I also took your ID, so definitely know this is you. Yeah, no, there's no tricking me or lying to get out of this. I am in it to win it. Well, that's not my problem. You clearly have made a mistake and bad choices in your life, so I'm just here to really bring balance to that, essentially. So, let's check your restraints first, because even though much of the time I feel like I do a good job of getting people really restricted, every now and again they get me and they just slip right out. So, let's go ahead and check this. Good. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's going anywhere. And for the arms, too tight. Perfect. Okay, looks like those are good. And now for the ankles. I did bring in extra pair of cuffs for those. I find that they help really lock you in. Sometimes people can pull or break zip ties, so those are a little unreliable. I like the old-fashioned stuff like ropes and belts and handcuffs. Personally, that's just me though. All right. And the other. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now, if you just want to go ahead and give me like a jerk, like a real one, like with enthusiasm. Listen, I can make the next moments of your life incredibly slow and painful if you don't want to play along with my games, or nice and easy. So, please, give me a jerk with enthusiasm. Thank you. All right. Now, I know we're in your home and all, but personally for me, I find it more exciting to try to find tools around your house or objects that I can use to really you with. So, I've looked around while you were snoozing a little bit and found some very fun items. I always find it kind of shocking the amount of deadly weapons that you can either make or people just have in their home. I mean, if you know what to do with them, that is. So, let's go through them together, shall we? And maybe we can pick our favorites. First off, one of my favorites, a very reliable standby that almost everybody has in their home. Good old hammer. Now, I personally prefer ball peen, but you know, this will do. This has got a nice weight to it. Sears. This must be old. Craftsman, though. They last a lifetime. But yeah, you know, hammers are fun because they really bludgeon nicely. And depending on the weight of them, this one's a good one, so it'll go really deep into that skull. I know some people prefer using the back end, but honestly, I think it's a little too difficult. You know, it can really get messy when you lodge something in there and you try to bring it back. It just rakes out a little too much. And getting the angle right, so difficult. At least takes a couple practices, so I prefer just the good old classic front end. I don't know if I'm feeling this one for you, though. Alright, so let's see, what else do we have? Another fun one. A staple gun. Now this, you know, it's not one for killing necessarily, but it is fun to play with. The size of staples, though, really does make a difference. Whether how painful it is or how not painful it is. Would you mind if I kept this? Yeah, I feel like I don't come across them that often, and I think, buying one in the store might be a bit suspicious. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Well then, you know what? I just appreciate that a lot, so I won't use this on you. No, but the next person, I think I'm gonna enjoy that quite a lot. Definitely. You have staples for it too. In the garage. I'll look. Don't worry about it. Okay. So we're out on that. Oh, classic. Another great one. Scissors. Now these are more just for torture, although I will say they do make a great stabbing utensil. I find it's best to hook yourself in one of these though to really drive it in. Gives a good force behind it, keeps it from slipping out of your hands. And these kind of nice heavy duty ones really make snipping off certain parts of the body, like ears, the nose. Sometimes you can even pull out a lip and hack that off, or other body parts. They're incredibly useful. We'll put that in the maybe pile. I like the look in your eye right now. It's very threatening. Well, since we're in the line of torture right now, these I really like. I don't know what you use them for, but I saw them and I said, you know what? These would be great for taking off a nail. Don't you think? You want to try it? Yeah, hold Well, seems we've got a nail biter. Okay, well, that gives me another idea. Open your mouth. Yeah, come on, open your mouth. I want to see about a tooth. Open your mouth. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you have a lot of cavities in here. Your parents pay for all those fillings? Yikes. I will say, hey, close your mouth now. I will say in my experience of extracting teeth, it's not as easy as it looks. You think it's just going to be a reach in and yank out, but it's really not. Sometimes if you put too much pressure, it'll break the tooth, which most assuredly would happen to you with that a lot of rotten mouth you got there. But I don't want to snap a tooth and then have to go back in and dig out all those little extra bits. It just too bloody. And then you got a whole mess. Yeah, it's a nightmare. And honestly, I don't really care if they have your dental records or not. This is something that personally I don't care whether they know it's you or not. So I'm gonna leave those in a maybe pile, but it's on the list. Maybe I'll think of something else in the meantime, eh? So this is a fun one that I made again while you were snoozing. I noticed that you had some clothespins lying around, and I thought, surely I can do something with those. And I did, but probably not what you're expecting. Exciting, right? Yeah, you had a little extra wire laying around, so it's a very fun method for torture or killing. It's incredibly effective, really hard to, like pull away just because it's so thin. It really digs in deep. You can also cut off blood circulation to different appendages or digits. Nails, toes, other softer parts of the body. But certainly it's a fun one. And clothespins, the perfect handles. Definitely. Plus you can adjust them just by twisting, whether it's a small or big part. I got a feeling you're probably smaller though. But maybe this will be the one of the last things that we end on, eh? Yeah, I think this is definitely in the yes pile. And last, but definitely not least, the old ice pick. You really honestly do not see so many of these laying around these days. And this one, I mean, my goodness, did you sharpen this? I feel like you did. Which, begs the question, like, what were you doing with it? Because certainly chipping at ice wasn't it. You don't find a tip like that. Not the ones that are used for that. My goodness. How fun. Am I right? Oh, you know what I've always wanted to try? A lobotomy. Up the nose. Wait. Is up the nose with mummies and through the eye socket is the lobotomy? I guess we can find out. I know it used to be like in through the side of the head, but that was too bloody, too difficult, so they switched it around. So then, yeah, it's the eye. It's definitely the eye. But you know what? I have been curious about how the process of mummification works. Not the whole drying of the skin, but like the organ removal. Maybe this is a good time to practice. Either way, I think that we have ourselves a very fun variety of exciting tools to use, don't you? Yeah. Well, now that you're all tied up, I think we can get started.